For years, TSN journalist Rick Westhead has investigated Canada's troubled hockey culture. Now, he's been breaking stories on sexual misconduct, bullying, transparency, and accountability in amateur sports. It led him to write a book called We Breed Lions. Now, that's to be released on November the 4th, and Rick is with us today. Okay, so Rick, break it down for us. What really compelled you to write this book?
Well, even before the 5 hockey players were charged in London, Ontario with sexual assault, I was trying to grapple with the question of, how we got here with so many of these cases of alleged misconduct that I've covered. And I wanted to look deeper into the elite minor hockey system and the junior hockey system, where so many boys are leaving their homes and going to live with billet families hundreds of miles away from their families. And I was wondering whether the system that we've created for junior hockey really helps players to become the best versions of themselves. And so this reporting for this book is really rooted in the stories of players I talked to. I reached out to many, many young men in their 20s who'd been through the junior hockey experience, and I wound up interviewing 58 junior players who've played the game at that level in the last 10 years.
Now, you and I have talked extensively about the culture of hockey. Is there a better version? Is there the will to create a better version?
I'm an optimistic person by nature, so I hope so. And there are programs that I spotlight in this book, talking about a path forward, right? Where hockey coaches are really making an effort to bring in people who are experts in this at helping, young players learn the right behavior. We've been here before. There's been scandals in the 1990s, like Sheldon Kennedy's comes to mind. And for a moment in time, the public's attention is fixated on this issue, but then the news cycle changes and we sort of forget it and move forward. I think the real question here is going to be whether the government has the will to force organizations like Hockey Canada, provincial hockey federations, and other sports organizations to be more transparent and more rigorous about the sanctions they issue to people for misconduct, so there is transparency and true accountability.
Okay, Rick, as always, so good to talk to you.
Thank you.